upset. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about how you're feeling?
Yeah, I wasn't aware that Chris was a patient of yours.
Danette, I am really sorry that that happened. I know that was really awkward, and I know that was really upsetting. I think you also know that I'm really not at liberty to discuss that with you, though. Danette, Chris has issues that he's dealing with.
Yeah, well, it's Chris's issues that I'm dealing with.
But do you think that that's really what you should be focusing on right now?
What, that Chris is gay and gonna die of AIDS? No, I shouldn't focus on that, should I?
Danette, there's a lot of homosexual men that never contract HIV, much less AIDS.
It is a crime against humanity, against God.
You think it's a crime against humanity? Okay, I want you to explain to me a little bit more of your thinking on that.
Okay, well, God put man and woman here on this earth to procreate, and homosexuality prevents that.
It's a very strong argument that you're making. I want you to also be aware that there's a lot of people out there that feel that being gay is just as innate as being heterosexual.
Well, they'd be wrong.
Danette, I'm trying to work out why this issue has affected you as much as it has.
Did he tell you about us?
Okay, you need to forget about all of that. That information is completely irrelevant. I'm a physician, and if you're here as my patient, I want you to feel relaxed, and I want you to know that your mental well-being is what I'm primarily concerned with. I'm not a friend, I'm not a gossip. I need to know about you.
Has he told you about us?
Look, I don't know what the big deal is, really.
Are you even anywhere near close to being finished with that list Cynthia gave you?
I'll get to it. I'm thinking about this right now.
Well, you're not going to get anywhere with it, so just back off.
It's just a word.
Exactly. It's just a word, so what's the big deal?
Well, they get to use it.
Would you listen to yourself? They? Who's they?
Look, I don't get all offended whenever someone calls me a cracker or a honky.
When was the last time somebody called you a cracker or a honky? It's not even the same.
I get called cracker, probably a lot more than I think, actually, but I don't get all violent and try to start a fight with somebody.
Well, judging from what Joe did to you, that's probably a good idea.
That was a cheap shot. I'll tell you this, if I ever see that guy again...
What are you going to do, slug a client's relative? Be the bigger man.
I'm never the bigger man. That's so stupid. I am a small, angry, little man. And as a matter of fact, the next time that somebody even suggests that I be the bigger man, I'm just gonna kick him right in the shins.
Well, you do that. First, why don't you call some names on that list?
Right.
It's just, if everything is not just so, she turns into this browbeater.
Hey, but did you hear what she did with Teresa, though?
Look, I just let people in and out of here, Jay. I try to stay away from what goes on in here.
All right, check this out. She has her putting my sister through a Wright On finishing school or something like that. You'd walk like this, talk like that, dress like them.
And you don't think that she needs that?
Oh, yeah, she needs it. Look, what time does she usually get in?
There is no usually with her.
I have an audition at 11.
Does she know?
No, and you can't tell her, all right? Look, I'm gonna be late if I don't make it. Look, just tell her I'll be back in a little while or something.
Jay.
Look, I really have a shot at this role.
The thing is that she wanted you to be here when she walked in.
Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate it. Look, I owe you one, all right? I owe you one.
Were his actions justified?
What, Drake's reaction? Well, I don't know. You know, it kind of depends. You know
What do you plan to do about this? A virgin.
Doreen, have a seat. Just calm down. Cynthia already called me about the situation. I I've decided to suspend Drake for 3 days.
Why would you suspend
I've decided
him?
to suspend Drake for 3 days until I figure this out.
Yeah, right? Why would we suspend him? Did we forget what happened? He almost attacked a customer.
Rightfully so.
Well, if that's the case, why did you stop him?
We're responsible for whatever happens on these premises. But since Drake didn't touch him, he shouldn't be suspended.
Feel free to chime in at any time, Patty. You're the lawyer.
Doreen's right. If Drake was to let loose on Joe, it's the company and not Drake who's responsible.
Did you hear what he said to Drake?
Yes, I did. But I don't speak English.
He called him a nigger.
Okay, you know what? That's not necessarily true.
It was as plain as day.
No, it wasn't. Yes, Mayete is a derogation, but it doesn't necessarily mean nigger. It can mean anything, like gay, for instance.
Drake were gay, and he used the word, the same would apply.
Okay, you know what? My brother used to call guys
your
fags.
brother.
Yes, my brother used to call guys fags all the time, and it never meant nothing.
Baby, it always means something.
Patty, what are your thoughts on this? Now would be a good time to say something.
Well, he could sue us if we fired him.
Even with his history.
You couldn't seriously think firing Drake is the answer.
Doreen, I need a moment with Patty.
Excuse me? I have every right
No, you don't. Until I'm told otherwise, Patty is my legal counsel. So please, a moment.
She gets on my nerves. This really needs to
You
work.
too, Cynthia.
What? Me? Virgil, what are you talking about?
A couple seconds, please.
Okay. Fine.
So tell me what's going on.
Nothing you don't already know. Joe for
No, no,
dad
no,
and
no. I mean between you and Doreen.
You know, I don't understand what the problem is. I simply ask that you have Jay here when I arrive.
He waited for over an hour and he had an appointment that he could not reschedule.
You know, I don't know what to do with you. I mean, I try to be understanding. You're new. But this level of incompetence is unacceptable.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Sheila, but I do not agree.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Rosemary, you're not able to do anything that I ask of you.
I don't agree with that either. I do everything that you have asked me to do, and the only reason why I fail is because the tasks that you give me are impossible to fulfill.
Oh, so having an employee here in my office is impossible. I don't think so.
He waited for you for over an hour, and you gave me no specific time when you would
Sheila,
be
you
here.
busy?
Chris, what does it look like?
I need to talk to you for a second.
Rosemary, why don't we pick this up later?
Hi, nice to see you again. If you see Jay, tell him
Chris,
Okay.
what can I do for you?
We need to mock up a press release.
I don't think we need to do that.
You don't even know what the press release is
Oh,
for.
I do. And going public with this would only ruin your reputation.
Excuse me?
You're a well-liked personality. Some would even say a modest celebrity. But publicly coming out of the closet?
What? Who told you?
Thank you.
Danette, tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Chris.
We were engaged.
Really? For how long?
Not long enough. Not long enough, I guess. I mean, just long enough for him to pack his shit and move here.
From Cleveland? And then you followed him down here?
Yep.
Danette, somehow I don't feel like I'm really getting the whole picture. I feel like you're not being completely honest with me.
We can come back to that later.
No, I think it'd be better if we discuss it now.
Maybe later.
Okay, so Danette, tell me why you moved down from Cleveland.
Partially, I guess, because of Chris.
So, was part of it that you were trying to rekindle your relationship with Chris?
I guess.
Danette, listen, I've got something that I want you to think about. You know, we can't control other people's actions. All we can do is we can choose how we respond to those things that they have done, that we respond to their choices. Let me ask you something else. Do you think there's any possibility that the reason why this has affected you so much is that his sexuality has affected your own self-image?
Of course not.
Then why is it affecting you as much as it is? I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not able to accept Chris's choice, there's never a chance that you're going to have a friendship with him.
You know what? I never even saw a gay person until I came to this town. We don't have that sort of thing in Cleveland.
Are you saying then that for you it's a values issue?
Absolutely.
Look, I guarantee you, if it was me, I'd be gone by now.
I thought you were friends with Drake.
Oh, I am, but this is an office, not a pissing contest. Sometimes you just gotta, suck it up and go on about your day.
Oh, I thought you refused to do that. I thought you would never be the bigger man.
Ask Wesley, ask Wesley.
Ask him what?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, but you can't get mad.
Oh, no. Wesley and I have work to do.
Come on.
Nope, come on.
Entertain me.
Mayate. What the hell is a mayate?
Okay, so you wouldn't get offended if someone called you a mayate.
I have a feeling that I probably should be, but I don't really know what it is.
Okay, but you wouldn't get in a guy's face over it.
No, it depends on the situation.
But you just said you don't know what it means.
I have never in my life seen a Mexican call anybody of another race anything nice in Spanish.
You done?
Makes a good point.
Okay, we've got work to do.
I'm not sure I get what you're telling me here, Sheila. Perhaps you could clarify.
I'll clarify. If you were a truck driver or a mechanic or any other number of vocations, then your downtime would be your business. But Chris, you're in the public eye.
So I'm supposed to what?
Look, you can be as gay as you want. I mean, if you want to sprout wings and flutter through the fairy forest, that's fine with me. Just don't give that to your listeners to deal with.
I'm not gonna lie anymore, Sheila, and I'm not stupid.
You know, there are people who will not let their children listen to your show if they know that you want to sleep with men.
Fine. I understand that. I'm well aware that there are homophobic people in the world. I'm not going to be talking about my private life on the air. I just want to do a press release. And you know what? My listeners may not like that I am a homosexual, but they like me, and that is all that matters.
Fine. Just don't say that I didn't warn you. Your commercial work, your voiceovers, a large portion of your income is going to dry up.
So what, you can quit pitching the queer guy and nobody can blame you for not trying?
Now, Chris, you know that's the nature of the game. You should be happy I'm not charging you with Danette's psychology bills.
Danette can kiss my ass.
Not anymore, she can't.
Seems a little different between the two of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I've noticed a little bit of change. I mean, for one, you're hanging around a lot more with Doreen, and two, I don't see you as much.
Trust me, it's not by choice.
Not anything I should be concerned about, I hope.
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. I'm just saying things have changed, and I don't like it.
Well, with Cynthia in here all the time, it just seems a little crowded.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
Cynthia and I are co-workers, just like you and I.
Whatever you say.
Okay, fine. Since we're being so honest here, I have a question for you. you selling me out to Doreen?
And how would I go about doing that?
You have more knowledge about what goes on around here than anybody else. Maybe even more than me.
Quit being paranoid.
Paranoid. Doreen was supposed to come in here and assess the value of this company. How long is that job supposed to take?
I don't know, why don't you ask her?
I thought I'd be able to ask you.
Virgil, I am not going to be yelled at, okay? It's insulting.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know you're going behind my back, and I don't like it.
You're pathetic.
Look, just don't let her get inside your head. She needs you. I know she needs you.
Well, she sure doesn't act like it.
Maybe if you...
Pardon me, ladies. I'm Joseph Clarence. I have an appointment with Miss Wright.
Yeah, well, I just want to tell you, today is not the best day. I think you should reschedule.
I don't think so. See, I need a job. Mrs.
Miss Teresa Young.
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
You can have a seat over there and wait if you'd like.
Let me see his resume. I think I recognize him from somewhere. Chris!
Teresa?
Are you okay?
No. And I'm not sure I'm coming back here.
Well, it's not the first time I've heard you say that.
Yeah, well, it may be the last.
Is he gone?
Well, what is that about?
Mr. Joseph Clarence is here to see you.
Oh, look, I completely forgot. Could we reschedule this for another time? This is really not the best day.
You know, I'd really like to go ahead and do it, if that's okay.
What I'm saying to you is I am having the day from hell.
That's great. So we have something in common. My last couple of weeks have been like that. Miss Wright, I really need the job as soon as possible.
Okay. It's your funeral.
Hey, how's everything?
That would depend on your definition.
What happened?
Patty feels slighted, and there's nothing I can do about that. And I think she's setting me up for a fall.
Why? Why would you think that?
Well, she's convinced that, well, she thinks that, well, you and I are more than just coworkers.
Well, I mean, we are, aren't we?
Well, I was.
You know, we're friends, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're friends, right?
Yeah. What's funny about that?
Well, I really didn't know where you were gonna take that, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, unless you wanted it to be more than that.
That would be kind of unprofessional if we were to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably right. Virgil.
Well?
He's on to this. I knew I never should have told you this. And now he knows.
He knows what?
He knows it. He knows about this, about you, about me, about us going behind his back.
Hey. Did he accuse you of anything specific?
No.
Are you sure? Yes. Then I'll just go iron things out.
You can't. He'll know that I talked to you.
He'll know, but he won't know. Doreen? Patty, just go to your office.
No. This is out of the bag now. Come on, let's go. As far as he knows, I was insulted, and you are gonna go and straighten him out.
Suit yourself.
You know, you couldn't have picked a worse day for your appointment.
I do understand that, but I'm sure...
Let's see. You were over at Endeavor, I see.
That's putting it mildly. I've seen everything, and I do mean everything there is to see over there.
But you left. Why is that?
Frankly, I couldn't work in that environment any longer.
Mm-hmm. Too much pressure, right? It's not any different here.
I doubt that. For one thing, your, for lack of a better word, body count is not as high.
That may be so, but here at Wright On, we do have a...
just need the opportunity to show you what I can do.
Look, I only have 15 employees. My turnover rate is practically 0. However, I do have one employee who's losing her grip right now. Boy problems. Maybe looking at replacing her soon.
With all due respect, soon just doesn't work for me, okay? I need a job as of last week.
All right, you start Monday.
Yes.
See Rosemary outside about your paperwork.
Thank you, Miss Wright. Thank you, Miss Wright. You will not regret this.
Somehow, I doubt that seriously.